he had a difficult time adjusting to it. So what he did was he went back home to Birmingham and worked with his old high school coach, Dan Garrett, back in Birmingham. Same coach that coached Britt Burns. They worked out together.
He got Tibbs with it, and that's going to be the first hit.
He got him soundly, too. That ball dropped straight down. Looked like a fastball out over the plate. Hernandez was just trying to shoot the ball up the middle. He fouled that ball hard down the left field line. A couple of pitches before that, Van Gorder tried to pick it up. Nope, that's the circle change. Got a little bit up in the strike zone, but you can see the little dipping action and tailing action. Van Gorder knows what's at stake, but he can't get out there in time. It's interesting, you know, only 5 2/3 innings, but a player gets it on his mind. You don't ever want a ball hit to you that you thought you might have gotten that stopped the hitless ball game. Van Gorder had it in his mind, but it didn't bounce far enough back to him. Plus, Hernandez has pretty good running speed.
Hit him on the fleshy part of the leg, upper thigh, so he's not badly hurt. Ball 1 to Carter.
Last season, Tibbs spent his time at 5 different teams in 3 different organizations. That's how he jumped around. Phillies, Mets, Cincinnati.
Look out. Yep. Deep left field. We might have a tie ball game. It is gone. So just like that, about 60 seconds ago, Tibbs may have been thinking no-hitter. That went with the Hernandez hit, and the shutout and the lead went on home run number 4 by Gary Carter.
RBIs number 6 and 7. We talked earlier about his RBI and hitting drought. A fastball up. He may have wanted him to get it inside more to try and jam Carter, tie him up. You know, Carter over the last 2 years has hit that ball in there a little bit better. He has opened up his stance. He did it last year. He can get the hips and the barrel of the bat out a little bit quicker now than he did a few years ago. He used to drive the ball to right center field a lot, or they jam him on that pitch.
For all the talk about his teammates' displeasure with him in Montreal, he drove in 106 runs for them last season. Swing and a miss by Strawberry, 1-1.
Carter's only got 4 home runs, but let's see, 2 have already won ball games, haven't they? Opening day, 10th inning, Neil Allen.
1 against the Cards and 1 against the Reds.
You're talking about making your home runs count. This gets him back in the ball game.
He beat Soto a 1-0 game in a series last month at Shea Stadium with a home run. Bruce Perrone, the former Red, was the winner in that game.
One of the only knocks on Carter, he's got that enthusiasm and that smile. Some think he's publicity seeking all the time.
A long drive off Strawberry's bat. Milner going back on the track. Milner leaps and makes the catch.
They're going to keep pitching Strawberry this way to diminish his power. The catch was made a little bit more difficult probably than it was. He circled now. It would have hit the yellow line or close to it. So we saw Strawberry in right field last night take the ball, a home run away. This, I don't know if it's a home run, but it would have hit the wall. Good catch, Milner.
Tied at 2.
If you're having trouble cutting your lawn, you should know about Honda's Side Discharge Mower. It's easy to start, it's lightweight, so it's easy to use, and it's built so well it may be the last lawnmower you ever buy. The Honda Side Discharge Mower, with a bag or without. Buy one and leave your troubles behind.
Where I come from, folks stand proud and tall. They'll look you right in the eye. A place where pride is worth a whole lot more than money can buy. Where people care about their family, where laughter's sincere, where your word is your word, a friend's a friend, and Miller's the beer. Miller's made the American way, born and brewed in the USA.
contains no additives, no preservatives. Miller Beer. Purity you can see, quality you can taste.
Miller's made the American way.
NBC's Golf Tour continues, and if you love the game, you'll be with us. Only the best. Only the winners will tee off at the Tournament of Champions. NBC's Golf Tour 85, where excitement is the tradition.
We're going to show you this catch by Eddie Milner off the bat of Darryl Strawberry to finish off the 6th inning. It had a chance to be a home run, and if I sounded like I wasn't as enthusiastic about that great catch as I should have been, it's because I just saw Gary Pettis, the fine Angels center fielder, make the catch. It's one of the best I have ever seen. Robbed Jesse Barfield of a 2-run home run in Anaheim, and we had the great high jumper Dwight Stones in the booth, and Dwight Stone swore that Pettis was 5 feet off the ground when he caught it.
Milner is the leadoff man here in the last half of the 6th. Danny Heap into the bullpen, and it's just out of play.
In fact, Reggie Jackson said the catch that Pettis made, automatically when that one catch got him a Gold Glove, that's how great it was.
There are those who say that Pettis is the best defensive center fielder to come into the American League since the days of Paul Blair.
Well, Jimmy Reese, who was Babe Ruth's roommate, has been in baseball for 7 decades, was in uniform on the Angels bench, and he said, I've seen DiMaggio and Blair, and Pettis is right there with them.
A ball and a strike to Milner. Dowell misses low and inside. And the Cubs come from a 4-0 deficit to claim a 5-4 lead in the 4th at Wrigley Field.
I wonder if that south wind is hitting. The wind's blowing out.
Might find the hole, and it does. A leadoff hit for Eddie Milner. Big turn as Strawberry gets it back in. Milner ran the last time he was aboard, but Carter cut him down. And just for fun, we continue to compare Rose to Cobb. And of course, we stipulate the eras are so different, the circumstances so different, that this is more just food for thought than it is anything conclusive.
I'm glad of one thing, that Pete Rose did not elect when he played out, became a free agent a couple of times, to go to the American League and try and get that hit record hitting in the DH spot. He's doing it when he's playing every day, and there's some days he'll go out there and he's tired. Here in the American League, he can just DH every day and not tire out and play every day, right and left-handed. Makes it even more meaningful to me.
Shortens up and takes a ball. Sisk getting ready. Earlier, Schiraldi and Sambito were up. You know, Ty Cobb not only won 12 batting titles in a 13-year stretch, 9 of them in a row, but he didn't win one year when he hit 401 and Sisler hit 420. Also didn't win one year when he hit 389 and had another year over 370 when he didn't win.
Cobb also had 323 years.
Except for his rookie season, he never hit less than 320. Again, Pete has played 162 game seasons, and Cobb played when a full season was 154.
It's a good count to run on. 1 ball, no strikes. Rose doesn't strike out much. Batting from the left side, he'll give Milner a little bit more protection. Carter will have to throw over the top. He's not an easy guy to throw, get out of that crouch, because all his stuff is low and going down. And you've got to catch a lot of low balls. He's on his way.
Milner's going, and Rose fouled it off.
Carter did not have a good pitch to throw on that time, had Rose not gotten a piece of it. You've got to like the way he keeps the ball down. Probably will be more effective on the dirt and grass. There are some sinker ballers like Tommy John now with the Angels thinks it's to the benefit of a sinker baller to pitch an artificial surface. He says, I want to throw double plays and the ball gets to my infielders quickly. He said, if I know where I'm throwing it, I can position it properly.
McDowell and Tibbs locked in a 2-2 tie, and the pickoff attempt is wild. Milner will make at least second, and he's heading for third as Backman chases it down, and then he flipped it to Strawberry, who was facing the play, but that turned out to be academic. A two-base error, and Milner is over at third with nobody out.
He throws a sinker over to Keith Hernandez at first, and Hernandez tries to go after it, and it's right into the path on the other side of the runner. So two-base error given to Roger McDowell. Now we'll have the infield forced to come in on this turf for Pete Rose.
As you mentioned earlier, Tony, McDowell has a good pickoff move. As a matter of fact, he's picked a couple of runners off already this season, but that one got away from him, and even Keith Hernandez couldn't save it. Rose has 7 RBIs this year, 3 doubles. There is only extra base hits. Little tap foul, 1-2.
Well, you know, Darryl Strawberry in right field has an outstanding arm. Haven't seen Lenny Dykstra, the center fielder, throw, but he was playing shallow. There's Strawberry in right, and of course Heap in left. I would say an average arm, but they're playing so shallow for Rose with nobody out. Unless it's a sure thing, Billy DeMars won't send the runner Milner.
Got an all southpaw outfield for the Mets today. Flying away. The Mets play Rose pretty much straight away. A lot of teams will play him to hit more to the opposite field, but Davey Johnson's positioning has them playing for the most part straight away.
Well, that's that computerization against Soto. If there were a pitcher throws that hard against him, good, they'd play him way down the left field line. Him a lot more toward left. Now he throws harder, but this is a sinker ball. He's liable to get out in front and pull a little bit or hit up the middle.
'24-year-old Roger McDowell facing 44-year-old Pete Rose. Full count. The Mets have muscled their 2 runs, a single by Hernandez, a long home run by Carter. The Reds have scrapped and maneuvered and scampered, and in this case, a wild pickoff may have helped them. A walk to Rose. Nobody out. We'll be right back after we check with Bill McAtee.
Artie, we talked of the 25-mile-an-hour winds in Chicago. We now have a 6th home run. This from rookie Sean Dunston, his first in the major leagues. Dunston, of course, replaced Larry Bowa as the starter. The Cubs just picked up 2 more, so it's now 7-4 Chicago.
And how sweet it must be for the fans at Wrigley Field. No team they would rather see the Cubs defeat than the Padres. That became an instant blood rivalry.
And those of you fans who have not yet seen Sean Dunston, he's going to make some errors. You talk, kind of like Don Zimmer, who coach said it's the best throwing arm he's ever seen. Best combination of throwing and running he's ever seen. It's in a lot of territory.
Here's Parker. And he rips the first one in between Hernandez and the bag. A run will score. The Reds have the lead. Rose on his way to third. DeMars stops him there. It's a double for Parker.
Dave Parker comes home to Cincinnati. He is so popular here. They say he's a completely different man and personality here in Cincinnati than in Pittsburgh. A sinker ball that he got up about belt high inside part of the plate. Parker before the game had a little league team that he ushered him around. He's like the Pied Piper. They followed him all over the place. He gave him a tour. It intentionally walked Cedeno now.
Sight here on Wednesday when the Reds were trailing the Braves 13-2 in the top of the 5th, and they had a rain delay of 2.5 hours, and obviously if the game had been washed out at that point, Atlanta's 13-2 lead would have disappeared. So Cedeno and Mario Soto stood in the Reds dugout and did an extended rain dance. Didn't work. It stopped eventually, and they got the game in.
See where the trainer of the Cincinnati Reds, Larry Starr, made a comment about stopping the game so nobody gets hurt, and Jim Quick, the umpire, threw him out of the game.
Yeah, Starr said, why don't you stop it before someone gets hurt? And Quick was quick to turn and say, why don't you take a walk? You're gone.
Doug Sisk is throwing. Interesting to see. He is coming on, going from a hard sinker baller like McDowell to one who's also a sinker baller. Sisk doesn't throw as hard. See what success he has.
Now here's an interesting situation as McDowell departs. Sisk, who is notorious for control problems, comes into a situation where there is no place to put Nick Osaski, the first man he'll face. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Now's the time for a Honda portable generator.
Hi.
Honda. Power, anytime, anywhere.
Would you like some more coffee?
I'd love some, but don't you think it's a little bright in here?
Wherever you go in America, there's one source of starting power the weather's found tough to beat. The Sears Die-Hard. From the original Die-Hard battery to the newest, most powerful Die-Hard ever made for your car in Credicell. Die-Hard is still the replacement battery more Americans have confidence in than any other. Think of it as a recommendation from a few million of your neighbors.
There's more for your life at Sears.
The following message is furnished by Major League Baseball.
Baseball is a family game. A tradition of fathers teaching sons. Of mothers watching future big leaguers. Of brothers and sisters playing side by side. Baseball is a family affair, whether played in the local park across the street or watched in the big league park across town. Major League Baseball, a family tradition.
The numbers on Sisk. The ERA ballooning to 6.75 at this early stage. He faces Osaski. Bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch swinging, fouls it off.
You talked about his base on balls. He had that shoulder problem last year. Although he had an outstanding ERA of 2.09 and 15 saves, he struck out 32, but he walked 54, and that's in just 77 2/3 innings pitched. But he can get you 2 outs in a hurry with that sinker. He might come home. They're playing halfway.
Off-speed pitch fouled right back toward us. And a souvenir for Tony Kubek. Our statistician, Steve Night Train Horn, rapidly getting out of the way. You know, Steve, if you'd merely told me, I would have reached over and made the play. I tried to give you the opportunity. Osaski has had 2 career grand slams. Fastball is launched to deep left center. This could be the jackpot. Dykstra leaping. Did he come away with it? No, grand slam.
To take a hard sinker baller like McDowell and follow him up with a softer sinker baller like Sisk. There's too much of a sameness that the hitters can sit on. And Osaski got that ball up, and the ball's going very, very well today, and the little wind just kept drifting it out.
And Concepcion follows with a base hit.
That scoots through.
He's going to make it all the way to third base. Concepcion is now 3 hits away from 2,000 in his career. teammate Cesar Cedeno passed the same milestone earlier this season, so they each have less than half as many hits as their manager.
Two shortstops in the National League who've been the two principal ones in this league for more years than, of course, Ozzie Smith. But Boa and Concepcion both have gone over 2,000 hits. Boa, in fact, needs a couple of games to catch Rabbit Moranville, all-time games by a shortstop. But both of them, you never thought they'd get 2,000 hits in their career.
A triple for Concepcion. Still nobody out. And the Reds leading 7-2, and Sambito pops back up. Oster fouls it away.
Dykstra found out about artificial surface in a hurry, didn't he? Ball just kept on going. He couldn't catch up to it.
On Esaski's third career grand slam, we had to wait, as did second base umpire Fred Brocklander, who went out for a look because, as you could see on the replay, the ball almost literally grazed the top of Dykstra's glove as he made a leaping effort. Oster spanks this one into left field, and it drops. Concepcion comes home. It's 8-2. Oster looks for a double and has it. The throw skips by, but Hernandez backed up.
Artificial service double, and what Oster did was he took advantage of the left-handed throwing of Danny Heap. Goes the opposite way, a sinker ball up again. And Heap had to turn all the way around. And because he's left-handed, gave Oster a couple of extra steps. He made the double, like Pete made most of his, to his career from home plate to first base.
Is 0 for 2.
I'll tell you one thing, if they get Esaski hitting for this team, it'll cause some trouble.
He reaches for one and bounces it up the middle. Backman will throw him out. And Oster moves to third with one out.
You get Esaski hitting. You work Eric Davis, who has got ability that equals Darryl Strawberry. Some people feel he runs faster than Strawberry. And if he can get worked into the lineup, they can make a deal.
The Reds have exploded for 6 in the bottom of the 6th.
Infield still in with one out. Got to be aware of a squeeze play right here.
Ball 1. Tibbs will go to the mound in an unaccustomed situation. A big lead. He has not received much run support. Part of the reason why he's 0-4. 1-0 pitch. Up and in. That was the pitch, expecting the squeeze.
They suspected it. They will do couple it with a right-handed hitter if the runner breaks. They want you to throw right at his head. We're not telling you kids in amateur baseball do it. That's what they do on a professional level. Although there are some teams don't like that. They'll even pitch out and try and come back in with a right-handed hitter. Confusing. The catcher can call a curveball or a slider, and then the runner breaks and the pitcher throws a fastball inside and the catcher's moving outside, and it can cause confusion. Some teams want you to go with a pitch that they call. They didn't really get down and smother it. They kept it close enough. How about a squeeze on 3-0?
He walks him on 4 pitches.
3 bases on balls in this inning. One intentionally to Cedeno. They come back to haunt you, don't they?
Another bitter irony for Sisk in this inning. He has seldom been victimized by the gopher ball. In almost 200 innings of work in his career, the grand slam by Esaski was only the 5th home run he's yielded. Unhappy walk to the clubhouse for Sisk. Sambito comes on. The Reds have hit around.
Shake, 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 shake it on down. Shake, shake, shake it on down now. Shake, shake it on down the line. I said shake, 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 shake it on down.
When we
test big Ford pickups, we really shake them up above and beyond how you normally drive your truck. That's another reason why we can say they're built Ford tough.
Shake, 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 shake it on down.
The best built American trucks are built Ford tough.
Around here people seem to say it all without saying a word.
There are still places where you can shake a man's hand, buy him a Miller, and you've got yourself a deal.
Miller's made the American way, born and brewed in the USA, just as proud as the people who are drinking it today.
Miller Beer, purity you can see, quality you can taste.
Miller's made the American way.
Staying in shape gives my business career an extra edge. Speed Stick deodorant gives you an edge, too. Speed Stick's the wide stick. Gives you man-size odor protection all day. The wide stick feels good going on, and it takes just a few strokes. It's a great value, too. In this world, a little extra edge is all you need.
Let the wide stick give you the edge. Speed Stick deodorant.
By Menon.
An American tradition continues with an old-fashioned doubleheader. First, the world champion Detroit Tigers face the Chicago White Sox. Then, the New York Yankees meet the American League West champion Kansas City Royals. Plus regional action. Check your local listings. The tradition is here. The memories are waiting.
Joe Sambito, once the premier left-handed reliever in the National League, late 70s, early 80s with the Astros. Had a series of elbow operations. The Astros released him. He tried out with several National League clubs. Finally signed by the Mets a week ago. He faces Milner and misses with ball one.
You saw the difference on the very first pitch. Dropped down, a little more sidearm. And 82 is when his problem started. It was just 9 ball games. Didn't pitch at all, 83.
Milner was out in front, 1-1.
84 at Tucson, trying to battle back. Just 8 ball games. Last year with Houston, Bob Lillis worked them back in 32 games. They took the tendon on his right wrist, put it in his left elbow like they did with Don Ossie and Tommy John. They're still at the corners for Cincinnati.
This game turned, you might say, around Eddie Milner. He made the great catch on Darryl Strawberry against the wall to end the top of the 6th after the Mets had tied at 2-2. Then he began this inning by singling, advancing to third on a wild pickoff, and now the Reds have batted around. Milner gets another chance. He's 1 for 2 with a walk today. 3 balls and a strike.
Asked Joe Sambito yesterday how far back he thinks he is. He said, I have no idea. He said, I hope I can still be effective. Not like I once was with that fastball I could throw by people and that real hard slider. So I'm going to have to find a different way to get hitters out.
Now to Milner. Sambito debuted for the Mets against his old Astros teammates. On Wednesday, pitched to a couple of hitters in a game the Mets lost at Shea Stadium. Sambito wasn't involved in the decision.
His good years with Houston, when he was a stopper, he was striking out right around a batter per inning pitch.
And he walks him to reload the bases.
Hitter number 10 in this inning.
Rose has been aboard all 3 times today. He's singled, was hit by a pitch, and then drew a walk in this inning. He doesn't have a hit this season right-handed, 0 for 7. That's just part of the litany of achievements for Pete Rose. They're going to have to do some editing for his plaque in the Hall of Fame. High ball 1. Bases loaded. A ball and a strike. Rose is the 11th hitter in an inning, which has already seen the Reds score 6 times.
Like Reggie Jackson, numbers and 500 home runs as you can with Rose, but championships seem to follow Reggie around as they do Pete Rose around. And to me, there have been a lot of guys who've had good years, but they weren't on winning ball clubs for whatever reason. Sometimes because they weren't winners themselves. You cannot say that about Reggie nor Pete Rose. In 6 World Series, 7 league championship series. He's hit .381 combined in league championship series.
Up high, 3-1. And the red-hot Parker waits for his turn next. Count to Rose.
Well, there are some thoughts that the starting staff was not deep enough. And also, Davey Johnson said this last night when I asked him, if you had to make a trade right now, what would you go for? He said, I think I'd like to get somebody that I was more certain of setting up a Roscoe and Zisk. Zisk last year had 46 saves between them.
Well, what about Sisk as a setup man for Orozco, as he so frequently was, and Sisk has been very ineffective so far this year. The payoff. He walked him to force home another run.
Rose is down on base all 4 times. 2 walks, hit by a pitch, and a single.
There have been 5 walks in this inning. An inning highlighted by the Osaski Grand Slam, the 3rd Grand Slam of his career, and the 4th homer for him this season. Tom Gorman up.
3 consecutive walks now. Tibbs, Miller, and Rose.
Parker doubled home the go-ahead run earlier in this inning. He's 1 for 3.
Jays, we talked about the Cincinnati and possibilities of trades. The Blue Jays have a young kid they drafted off the Mets roster, left unprotected. A left-hander, Lewis Thornton, never played above A-ball. He's still with the team. And I think the Blue Jays would like to send somebody over to the Mets so they could send Lewis Thornton down to get some playing time. Dennis Lampstein was mentioned.
Hernandez, it ate him up. It doesn't happen often, but it gets by Keith. 2 more runs come home. Rose advances to 3rd.
The ball was hit so sharply, probably will be an error. But I wonder if Pete Rose blocked the sight line of Keith Hernandez. Rose is leading off, and I don't know if he blocked his view or not. They give him a hit.
They're ruling it a base hit.
That's charity.
It's now a 9-run inning and an 11-2 game.
Ball's hit hard, and it is artificial surface. But that's Keith Hernandez down there, folks. He eats those up, usually. That's a charitable official scorer's decision, I think.
Now Cedeno with a chance to join in the fun. Still only 1 out. Fouled right back toward us again.
It does give Parker 2 RBIs, and we would not have had any on that particular one. Be honest, is that a base hit with Hernandez down there?
Shouldn't be a base hit with anybody down there. It might be a tough play, but it's a play that can be turned in. And Keith would be the first one to tell you that. 0-1 pitch. The change misses.
The 13th hitter in this inning to come to bat. Just saw this kind of game and all that mush, didn't they? Atlanta, 17 runs off them. Like everybody in that Atlanta team had at least 2 hits, the starters. Gene Garber's the only one who didn't have a hit in the ball game, and he scored a run.
2-1 pitch to Cedeno. Base hit. It's a double-figure inning.
Davy Johnson coming out to talk to Renner. He's probably going to make a double switch. Take Carter out now that the game appears to be out of hand. He's going to take Gary Carter out. Give him a break after the night game yesterday. Bring in Schiraldi.
So we'll sort it all out when we come back, but first let's go to New York.
All right, Bob, well, the Reds have broken it open. The home run festival continues in Chicago. Craig Nettles has hit his second home run of the day, a solo home run, and those 25-mile-an-hour winds have now produced 7 home runs. The Reds have 10 runs in the inning. See if they can get 11.
That's like the game we had, Boston and the White Sox with the wind blowing left field. We had 6 home runs on that Saturday afternoon and a 43-minute rain delay. Another youngster. One thing Davy Johnson did last year, some people said, don't bring that 19-year-old kid up who only pitched A-ball, a little bit in AAA. His name was Dwight Gooden, folks. Davy Johnson did to cash it. Yes, we're going to bring him up. I know what he can do. Davy Johnson also moved Mookie Wilson out of the leadoff spot because his on-base percentage wasn't that good. Now he's got Calvin Schiraldi, another youngster, coming on in a game that looks all but hopeless for the Mets.
Years ago at Lynchburg in the Carolina League, Schiraldi's teammates included Dwight Gooden and today's Reds pitcher, Jay Tibbs.
Well, Davy Johnson's familiar with a lot of the players because he managed for 3 years in their farm system and was successful at each division, each level he went to. So he had a lot of these guys. So we're going to have the new catcher, Clint Hurdle, will probably bat in the pitcher's number 9 spot. And Schiraldi will probably bat in Carter's spot. So Schiraldi's on, and remember Nick Esaski earlier in this inning with 3 men on base. He came up, and here's what happened. His 3rd career grand slam on a sinker ball right at the knees. Left center field.
Watch how close Dykstra comes to catching it. Great angle here. Over his glove.
It's one thing you ever want to do, Bob. If you ever start scouting in the big leagues, evaluating talent, always look for a 6'4" center field.
A Strawberry or a Winfield might have had it.
Or somebody that can jump like Gary Pettis.
Swing and a miss, 0-2 to Esaski. Dykstra is listed, and perhaps charitably, at 5'10", so at the peak of his leap, he came up a little short.
He's a tall L.B. Pearson.
The 0-2 pitch. Curveball and a called 3rd strike. So Schiraldi has restored some order by fanning the first man he faces. And now it's Concepcion, who's 2 for 3. Had a triple earlier in this inning.
Had all kinds of parts from this Big Red Machine of the 70s, mid-70s. Foster over in the other dugout. Rose now manager, Tony Perez. With Pete Rose wanting to set an example, not just the pitcher, set an example for the young kids. Davy Concepcion.
Hurdle's throw to 3rd is not in time, and the runners move up. We'll see if it's a wild pitch or a pass ball.
I suspect pass ball as the ball looked like it hit off his glove. He hadn't been catching that long. Remember when he was the cover boy when he came up? The Kansas City Royals. Now they've scored that a wild pitch. I know he hadn't been catching that long.
The Reds lead it 12-2 in the midst of a 10-run 6th inning outburst. Good fastball, threw it by him.
long as the game appears to be out of hand, I will differ, I beg to differ with the official scorer again. Scored a wild pitch. That's a fast ball. Same as Hernandez should have had an error, not giving the hit and 2 RBIs to Parker.
Curveball fouled out of play.
Got to get meaner in this job, Bob, and start scooping up a little bit. Come to my defense, if nothing else.
Tony, in case you're wondering, and I know with a curious, active mind such as yours, there's no doubt you were wondering, the record for most runs in one inning by one club.
18.
That is correct. Curveball puts an end to it as Schiraldi comes in and strikes out Esaski and Concepcion. The record is 18, and we'll tell you about it when we come back after these messages from your local station.